Hello, YouTube land. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Eddie, and this is Windy Therapy. So today we're going to be showing how to install the rear crash bars, like I said. So this one must be a little bit simpler or easier than the front ones. However, I'm not sure until I get there. I know I'm going to have to remove the wheel. I'm going to have to remove some other pieces, and I'm afraid that I might have to remove, I hope I don't have to remove the hitch. But I don't know just yet. So I guess we're gonna find out together. So let's get moving. Let's start from the exhaust and then we go backwards. So to remove the exhaust, you're gonna need a 10mm socket to undo the clamp, and you're gonna need a 12 inches wrench to kind of hold the nut on the other side. So these ones is to remove the front clamp, and then to remove the exhaust at the back, you're gonna need an Allen key number 8, which I'll show you guys when I install it why you need it. But these ones are for the exhaust. And considering we're gonna be removing the exhaust, it's always a nice idea to have a muffler seal all the way around the point where you're gonna attach to the manifold to avoid leaks. So always a good idea to reapply this muffler seal as you install the muffler back on. To remove the wheel, it's pretty easy. You're just gonna need a 15mm socket to remove this nut. Pretty easy. Then I need to show you what kind of hardware Leon included in this package. So it's basically a U-bolt, this M8 bolt, 2 nuts and 2 washers for each side, of course. The only point is there's nothing wrong about using this bolt, but I'm a fan of Allen bolts. So I have 2 that will do the trick, same size. So I'm gonna be using the Allen bolt instead. So then I'm gonna need a M6 or 6mm Allen key or wrench, or M6 driver, which I'll probably use the driver instead of wrench. And to remove this bolt, you're gonna need a 12mm socket. Also, you're gonna need a 13mm wrench, and I'll show you guys when I get there, which is basically to hold this nut, right? So, but that's basically it. This is the hardware that comes with the kit, of course, times 2. I decided to change and use an Allen bolt instead, but again, it's my decision. There's nothing wrong about this one. I just like Allen bolts because they're stronger and they last longer. So the first step is to remove the exhaust. So let's start with the exhaust first. Need to remove the clamp at the bottom here. This is not hard, it's just time consuming. Very easy process, so nothing to be afraid of. Okay. Now let's remove this number 8 Allen bolt. I just realized that we need a number 12 wrench here to hold, just to hold the nut on the other side. Okay, so the exhaust is off. So now we just need to remove the wheel. And something I love about the Triumph Trophy, to remove the wheel is just like a car. You just remove 5 nuts and that's it. So much easier than a regular motorcycle rear wheel. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Something that I forgot to mention, it's nice to put a little brick or piece of wood here just to block the wheel. Otherwise, you'll try to spin it as you're trying to undo the last bolt. And just like a car, the wheel just comes off like so. Nice and easy. Now we need to remove this bolt here with a number 12 ratchet or socket. Same process on the left hand side. Now we're gonna put the U-bolt. And where does it go? There's a tube right here. I didn't even look, just touching, you can see it, right? And it's gonna be dangling down like so. And that's basically all we need to do before installing the crash bar. Grab one nut and one washer. It would be nice to have someone to help here because it's kind of a little bit awkward, but it's not hard. There you go. So it's a lock nut, or also known as a nylock. As soon as we put one, then everything gets easier. Okay, where's the other nut that I just lost? Let's put the second one. Again, this is not hard at all. It's just kind of a little bit awkward. It's not too bad. Okay, now before tightening this, I'm just gonna go around and put the bolt to make sure everything is at the proper location. Okay, again, some people don't like to use power tools. I do, make it easier and faster. Okay, this one's done. Again, some people don't like to use power tools. I do, so it makes my life easier. Let's do it. Okay, I can see at least 2 threads sticking out. Now we're gonna go to the right hand side, which is the same process. Get this U-bolt through the frame. You just need to be careful because there's some cables here and you don't want to pinch or compromise the cables. So just be careful. This one. There you go. Again, just be careful of the cables here, right? Other than that, same as the other side. Okay. I had to kind of lay down here because otherwise I couldn't do it. No big deal. When you get the first one, the second one is easier. Okay. Okay, now we have one, you don't need to worry about it. Okay. I forgot to put the washer on the left hand side, so I'm gonna have to redo it. No big deal. Not gonna make too tight yet, because I wanna make sure the nuts go in first. Perfect. So that's it. The guards are installed. So I'll show you how to do the final step too. As you guys can see, both rear guards are installed. Check the other side. Looks very nice. So time to put the wheel back on and the muffler. This is the part I love. Like I often tell people, this is like changing or installing the wheel in your car or in a car of some kind. My hitch is in the way to make things a little bit easier or harder for me. There you go. Just like so. Let's just put the nuts on. And as always, same as the car, just make sure that you don't cross thread. Careful using power tools. I love using power tools, but when it comes down to wheels, I'm extremely careful because you don't want to cross thread anything. You can always use the power tool or the power wrenches after, but we're gonna do by hand here. Right now the nuts are still loose, and then we're gonna kind of start tightening them in a star pattern as always. Make sure they're kind of somewhat touching the bottom. Then we're gonna make it tighter. Okay, no more slack. I'm gonna grab the wrench. And it's nice to have a 2x4 or a brick of some kind to avoid the wheel to turn when you get the point of tightening. Otherwise the wheel is gonna keep spinning. And then when I put the bike down off the center stand, I'll make it tighter. Once again. Yeah, so far so good. That's all we need for the time being. So now let's install the muffler. Like I said before, let's put the sealant right here around this joint. And it's going to avoid any leakage around there. So it's going to become like a cement when it dries. Again, I just don't want to have leaks, that's all. That should be enough. So let's do this. Like so. This is basically the position. I'm just gonna put this bungee cord here to help me to keep the exhaust steady, because I don't want to apply any stress to it. So let's do it. Now we just need to attach the muffler And we're gonna need this M8 Allen key. Okay. You just don't want to have any stress on the muffler. Okay, let's remove the bolt. Careful, there's like 2 sleeves, one for the back, one for the front, which I just dropped, like so. Then we can put the clamp back on. Just need to align up. It's better. Make sure the rubber is properly placed around the clamp. Make sure you don't have vibration or even worse, kind of damage the exhaust. So now it's good. Gonna use the 13mm wrench here. And let's get moving. Now I can remove the bungee cord. Simple but effective. Okay, the gasket's properly placed around the clamp. No issues at all. This part is facing down because that's where the kickstand rests against it. And we're done, folks. Let's just put the panniers and then we can have a peek how it looks like. The other side too. And that's done. Let me show you guys how it looks like. So here is the rear crash bars, which protects the pannier. And if I had this bar before, I wouldn't have this damage right here. So quite pleased with the way it looks. Let's check the other side. You can see that kind of it sticks out a little bit, just enough to protect the bag. Maybe it could have been a little bit longer, but nevertheless, I'm sure they tried, but looks very good. It's not intrusive, you can barely see it, but looks very nice. Same as the front one, like very nice, nicely placed, you can barely see it. So overall, I'm very pleased. And that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed the installation of the rear crash bars. As always, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up down below. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Click right here in this round circle. Click here and you're gonna be subscribed. So as always, thanks for your time. Be good, be safe, and let's keep the rubber side down. Ciao.